Hey everybody, Jason Bass with OutdoorProductReview.com. I know it's been a hot minute. Today I just want to cover something. We're doing, not really a review, but I just bought this brand new Big Fish 103 kayak, and I've taken it out a couple times and I've noticed that I have a leak somewhere in the bottom. So I called up the company, because this is a $2,000 kayak. I mean, once I get everything in there, I think at a base price like $1,670. Put a fish finder on it, all that good stuff, getting ready for salmon fishing. And I had a big issue with a little bit of water getting in. Took it out twice, and probably about 3 gallons of water got in it. There's no visible holes, nothing along those lines. And I read on some of the Facebook forums that there was an issue with some of the little pinholes from the molding getting in there. So I brought it home, filled it up with water, and I went underneath of it and I found some leaks, and you can see them right here.
All right, so I couldn't find anything with the bubbles, but it was really hard to get air to stay in, so I put water in the bottom with my hose. And this is right next to, here's the pedal drive underneath. And this is the main culprit. It looks like, oh yeah, it's right there. There's a hole right here.
All right, so what I'm gonna try to do is I went out and, you know, as seen on TV, I got some Flexseal. I'm gonna show you this here kayak. We're gonna move it outside. We're gonna spray it on. Hopefully, it'll cover those holes. You gotta let it dry for like 2 days, and then I'll be ready for salmon fishing, which starts here in a couple of weeks. But let's get that going. I'll give you an overview of the kayak here and let you take a look at it. All right, so here's a Big Fish 103. I've got it on the rollers. The hole is actually sort of dead center. There's like numerous little tiny pinholes. And I think that when I pull this drain plug right here, that's where it's sort of coming from. So let's do a check and see if we can get this sucker sealed up. The holes are really, really small, so I'm just gonna coat the bottom. I'm not sure, I've never used this Flexseal before. We're gonna try it out. Okay, so here's a kayak, I got it outside. The only problem, I got a little bit of water still in there, and this drain plug's up a little bit. So I'm gonna try to maybe put it on its side. This is a heavy kayak, it's 120 pounds without anything in it, or the pedal drive system. So we're gonna try to make sure we get the rest of that water drained, and then figure a way to maybe put it so that I don't damage the top. Okay, so I turned it on its side. The main leaks are right here around the molding. Just right here, and here's where our pedal drive system goes in. So I'm gonna try to concentrate for the most part in the center here, and hopefully we can get this sucker sealed. Shake it up really, really good. All right, so hopefully that's gonna work. This Flexseal, you have to put it on, 48 hours. It says 24 to 48 hours. But I just coated the bottom. I didn't go really heavy. A lot of folks, I've seen their videos, they go super heavy, and that's, I don't want it dripping all over the place. It doesn't really matter what it looks like, because that's underneath the bottom of the kayak. But the overall picture looks good. I mean, it's a nice coat. And these are tiny little pinholes. I did buy some of the flex tape just as a little emergency thing, so I can put it in the back on a box that I have on my kayak in case, I'm out there. I fish in a Puget Sound, so it's pretty deep water. But if I get a little leak, I can patch it. I don't foresee that happening, but it's always nice to be prepared. So we'll follow up, we'll see what's going on, and I think it's gonna be a good deal. All right, guys, so it's been about 4 hours. Looking at it, it looks like it's pretty solid. Made a nice little like rubber coat over there. But like I said, before you even think about taking this out, you gotta wait about 24, 48 hours. But overall, it looks really good. I'm not gonna take my kayak out for another probably week or so. I was hoping maybe tomorrow to go out and just sort of piddle around with it and check the depth finder at where my salmon fishing spot is. It's like 190 feet. So hoping that it holds, but I don't know if I want to risk messing up the Flexseal that I put on there until it's totally dry. I'm gonna probably put my kayak back on its stand and let's see how it dries up, and we'll check it. I'll give that in a part 2 video. But yeah, Flexseal your kayak costs about $12 or so at Walmart for a can of the paint, and you can just spray it on there and hopefully get you back out there fishing. For Outdoor Product Review, I'm Jason Ballas. We'll see you guys on our next review.